everyone. So today I'm reading a book called Because, and it's actually by Mo Willems. And so I'm sure you've seen some of his books before. He has written Nuffle Bunny, and he's also written Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. And so this book is a little bit different because it's more of an inspiring story, and it's about a little girl who is inspired by music. So let's see what's all about. Oh, okay, so we already have some symphony music right here. Because a man named Ludwig wrote beautiful music, so here's Ludwig. A man named Franz was inspired to create his own. Because many years later people wanted to hear Franz's beautiful music, they formed an orchestra. It's probably Franz. Because a man had practiced since he was a kid, he was asked to join. Looks like he's playing the violin. Because a woman studied night and day, she too was asked to play. Because many others loved and practiced their instruments, there were enough musicians. Because someone created a poster about Franz's music, tickets were sold. Because the train conductor stopped the train at the Grand Concert Hall, the orchestra conductor arrived. So I see they're using the word because again and again. And if I were to make a guess, is that they want us to see all of the cause and effect throughout the story and how one action prompts another action. So because this happened, this happened. Because the orchestra librarian had copies of the score, so a score, I believe would be like one of these little notebooks, talks about the music. The orchestra rehearsed. There's the conductor. You can see that his conducting wand. You can see all the music coming out of it. Because workers checked the lights and the seats and swept the floors, the grand hall was ready. Because the time had come, the ushers opened the doors. It's the big night. Because someone's uncle caught a cold, poor guy, someone's aunt had an extra ticket for someone special. Because the ushers helped the aunt and her special guest, they found their seats. Aw, look at the aunt and her special guest. So it looks like she brought her niece. Because everyone was there to hear beautiful music, it was quiet. Wow, look at that big orchestra. It's made up of so many different people who are all playing some different instruments. And look at that explosion of music. So it's just showing all of the music reaching everybody in this beautiful blast of color and light. In row C, seat 14, sat the girl with the uncle's ticket. Oh, I'm noticing something. This is the girl who's on our cover. So maybe they're showing her story, the events that happened for her to be in this seat and listen. She heard the beautiful music written by the man named Franz, and it changed her. The girl was changed. Oh, look at all the music notes coming out of her now. From that moment on, the girl learned everything she could about music because it fed her. She has her stuffed animals lined up to listen to her. Soon, she started to write music too. Because, like Franz, the young woman had something to share. You can see her growing up. Wonder what it is she wants to share. Oh, and I also noticed when she's little, you can see this one little stream coming out. And as she gets older, it becomes 2 and then 3, and there becomes more flowers. Over time, the woman became very good because she worked very hard. One night, her music was discovered because she was also very lucky. Then she was invited to perform her music at the Grand Concert Hall because so many people wanted to hear it. Oh, the other one was yellow. This one's kind of green and yellow, like her own, but also some of what she heard that first time. Her composition was dedicated to the uncle in row C, seat 14, because it was his ticket that brought her here. So at first I was sad for that uncle who was sick, but it looks like if that didn't happen, she wouldn't have gone to the show and she wouldn't have been inspired. And that night, someone else was changed. It says world premiere, Symphony No. 1, The Cold. That is how it happens. So now it'll happen again and somebody else will be inspired and they'll be changed for the better. Wow, I like that story. It really does a great job of showing how all the different things that happen on a daily basis, how they're connected, and how it all ends up leading you to a certain point. Like how it led this little girl to being the main conductor of an orchestra, which might have never happened if her uncle hadn't been sick and her aunt had asked her to go to the orchestra. And so it led to her being an amazing conductor. So thanks for sharing this book with me. I hope you liked it.